I am a fan of Golden Hoops.
Exactly, yeah.
Harden, who averages 14 free throw attempts per game.
With his way to
Rudy Gay, I believe it was. Ball back and pop up, but he is red, couldn't he? 8th and 9th free throws of the first quarter. 33 or the last line. It's in the second quarter where they've outscored the Spurs.
show the official that we're not going to.
James Harden, 86.5% of the year, where he's hit 14
of times. He was a second-year player.
Closing in on 39 points, his average.
Before he can get the basketball. By Lonnie to force the miss, but our guys have to clean up the mess.
Team tonight leads their team in. You get a night like that from James Harden, 21. And Harden looking for 50. Last game he got
60. That Syracuse zone in college.
Butler, 7.6 free throw attempts per game, 13th in the league. You got to be disciplined against them.
On the NBA app for your chance to win.
This is actually
Fun to watch when it's all clicking for this young team.
they've got to stop fouling. You would really limit his effectiveness, especially as his career's gone on. He's not a bad jump shooter. I'm not saying that.
That just sounds
This might stick.
horrific. Third foul on Dort. Butler is a perfect 8 place to keep Oladipo coming off the bench, even with a shorthanded.
Yeah, no question. And by the way,
You're right, Coach.
That's been a real problem of late for this young team, to not just send a guy like Jimmy Butler to the
More efficient in the mid-range and getting to the rim and the free throw line. He can score a number
for the game, 15 coming in the second quarter. And Jimmy Butler, a perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think he ever gathered the ball. He lost it because of the foul.
You don't get writers credit, you know.
No, and nor do I. I'm not even sure I want
30. You got to finish the game perfect. The NBA record.
this tonight.
Well, not this time. So Butler back at the line. Miami led by 7 at the half. Approaching an NBA record. And Butler calmly cashes it. Stops a 7-0 Oklahoma City run. Butler record set in 1982. And Butler makes it.
And the NBA with assists per.
The nose can't guard him. He's going to turn the corner, force him to either.
Got that shot away. 3 free throws for Trae Young. But these two guys in the Southeast Division, Trae Young.
Their skill, but you talk about two elite guys.
When the Hornets were here,
Make sure that he's getting everyone else set up, and you see him knock down.
It's made by one of my best friends, Zay Woods. I got Pancho Villa.
Right behind this guy at the line.
There's a consistent second option to Trae Young on a nightly basis.
missed that last one in the Indiana game that helped preserve the most free throws Trae has ever attempted in a game.
Gain control of this game, Bob, with their defense.
3-point play opportunity for Trae. And he's got the...
I'm working for pennies over here.
Trae, 17 for 17. Ooh, 12 assists, 7 boards. And keeps it going at the foul line. Good again. 3 of his last 4, averaging 34 points per game. 3 of his last 4, 30 plus, 30 points.
His number 3, Joel's in between them. But at shooting start, he has been consistent in his defense, but showing a little offensive prowess right here.
Joel Embiid is second than yesterday in Chicago.
But I look up and down, and it's not just Maxey. They have 4 or 5 guys.
He has a tendency to reach for the ball when he's in trouble. 3 minutes to go. There's 71 points apiece. I mean, both teams are shooting over 60%. Everybody in the league's trying to figure it out. That's why he's in the conversation for MVP.
He's got. I remember you and I would see him working out in those 2 years.
Yeah, and I talked to
and 11.
I mean, because he had shot the ball that much. Conversation about what the Pacers have to do defensively. Because you can't continually give up.
Philadelphia's 86. And again, in the last 2 games.
Because I think part of what you want to do is
30 points now for Embiid. 2 free throws now after the technical.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to stand up and act out and those kind of things. Just have a civil dispute partner.
85% at the line for Embiid.
This is his ability to shoot foul shots. Because you can't do a heck of Joel.
And cold tonight on a few occasions.
That's the passion of the fans here in Indianapolis.
Struggling when you brought out the percentages, but you know that as long as he's going to work at it.
To the national title game, their first ever Final Four appearance, as Leonard hits both.
Think of Towns a second. Guy's over 7 foot. We all know he's an outstanding guy, and yet they still have the record that they do, because at home has missed 7 games and George has missed 11. They played very few games together. When you're a great. Really, this guy is a great player.
Leonard with 27 points. He's 7 of 7 from the line. Racking up because of Patrick Beverley, whose motor never stops.
There you go.
Leonard and George have the last 21 Clipper points. And Leonard now is.
Because you look up, when we said they've given up 100.
Not gonna matter. But with him at the floor, you have a chance to stay in the
first team All-NBA or second on a bad year. He can do it all. He shoots the high, not only behind the 3, the mid-range game, getting down in the paint, and then also
threatened tonight, depending on how sizable the lead gets.
Why? You punish them in the paint with your movement in that first half.
Leonard, 17. Leonard, 17 of 17 from the line. A career high in makes and attempts. Now, Leonard, now 19 of.
Last year he was at 78%. Could be just sample size because he had those 2 games where he really struggled to make a shot.
Players and what they do. Jamal Murray, you got to stay on.
If you remember back to last year's playoffs, Michael Malone shortened that.
Because that's where you get dunks. That's where you get a lot of dunks.
You know, to your point, did I feel like I got outplayed by Golden State? But I thought that I got outthought.
That way, meaning the other basket.
Let's see, did he start the other?
Well, he's going to say he did.
Well, he should. Third quarter action in Denver, 3:43 to go on Christmas Day.
Just not as sharp this season.
Well, our annual Nikola Jokic before the game, and how, you know, sometimes it just looks like, because that also exists. It's not a. And in this third quarter alone, from 3, just 4 of 18 in this second half. 20th free throw of the second half. And Jokic has matched his. The encouraging thing is, hey, they've been in all these games.
Changes on the floor for Portland with Carmelo Anthony. McCollum has enough energy for late in the game. So, Damian Lillard. And by Popeye's Chicken Sandwich, a crispy filet and barrel-cured pickles, and where he shoots it at 93 in 19 straight. And then there's Zion Williamson, who has done it And that's where you start talking to yourself and convincing.
And again, this is his trigger hand as well. And that thumb.
Really play together, especially as the Pelicans have won 3 of 4 in March over some.
He just complimented him, not just for what he's been doing on the court.
And good acting by Lillard, too.
Yeah, Alonzo making the case that we've talked about Ingram, we've talked about Williamson. Ball has 16 assists.
For an and one. Purposely try to miss the second to try to get it off.
5.2 left. Portland down by 2. Second attempt.
Makes a part of the ball, but it affects the shooter.
124. 124. Portland takes the lead. Toss it up the floor. Zion at the horn. Big shot doesn't go. The Blazers rally for an unlikely